button is depressed.
Did I hear Miss Lily in the background there a minute ago?
Yeah, she just jumped down a minute ago.
Yeah.
She's playing with something. I don't know what it is. Oh, a twist tie.
Okay, let's do this thing. Quiet on the set. Zoom Room video sponsored by the VMC.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. Coming to you live from Deltona, Florida, 6 years plus and still running. Who'd have ever thought they'd last this long? Lunch with no other than the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Les.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another version of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we sit in the corner and cry because we don't know what's going on. And there was another tick today or yesterday or something like that. I patched up this morning. And, yeah. Time to take your hands and place them over your face and see whether or not you have cancer.
Yes, and happy birthday. Wishing a happy birthday to us right here on NBNN. It is, yes, our birthday today.
Yeah.
Is NBNN was born back in 2015 on this day. And coincidentally, we celebrate a birthday with another special somebody out there. Today, I understand, is Maxine's birthday as well. So happy birthday to Maxine. And to celebrate that, Chris has kicked off a Crown Store sale as well throughout the weekend for St. Patrick's Day.
We should read the tweet for this.
Well, we're going to get to that in a minute because I think the Tweeterverse may preempt all the other prim and proper planning that I had for today. Even the most best plans get train wrecked right here on NBNN. And of course, let's go ahead and start things out by opening up the first giveaway. Let's get that out of the way. Don't forget, more giveaways we do. Thanks to you guys. If you make that little bar there move on my stream or on Jack's stream, every time we get a donation, getting us up to 500 bits, we'll do a game of marbles and a raffle. Subs, we'll do a game of marbles and a raffle, or cumulative 500 bits game and a raffle. So don't forget.
Any comments on your Laz being a top 10 PvPer?
I don't know. I haven't looked that deep. I saw the other tweets, and I just.
You mean the one that turned oddly toxic?
Did it? I don't know. I see. The 22 hours ago. Let's just jump.
I'm talking about. I'm talking the fact that 2 minutes ago there was an update on that one. Uh,
2 minutes ago?
yeah, it's an entire thread. Okay, so 22 hours ago,
Okay,
Chris
yeah,
tweeted
yeah.
out.
I'm just seeing that now. So let's go ahead and let's go. Got to start with the top one, right? That's a two-parter, I believe.
Yes. Well, actually, it's easier probably to just go tweets and replies, and this way we can see the entire thread.
Okay, then let me update tweets and replies
And
and get to 22 hours ago. Although I'm not seeing the
1:25
replies.
p.m. Well, did you click on the very first one?
Again, I just clicked on tweets and replies,
Yeah.
and I don't see any replies to all this too. But I can just
Okay.
click on the actual topic and see all those replies here in it.
Yeah.
So
So
let's.
Chris snuck in one last experimental balance fix and then kicked off the build. Changes move speed bonus for everything is cut in half when in combat. This one is kind of extreme, so I would some real objective feedback on whether or not it makes things better.
I go through all that to get as much speed as possible, and he cuts it in half.
So
Not a titch, not 5%, not
let's keep going.
20%, half. Yeah, I know. You got to start reading the
My
replies. You got to
belief
read.
is
Yeah,
out
okay.
of combat speed is really about convenience, but by giving players that convenience, we've made combat too chaotic. I believe this will leave the convenience aspect and decrease the insanity during combat for PvE and PvP.
Top 10 PvP are right here.
Top 10 to PvP are right here. Malhari replied with, "Ouch, I already feel slow." Browncoat Jason is kind of torn. It should help with people moving out of melee range, but as an archer who actually solos, this hurts.
Ouch.
Need to get some AoE snare combos if this is going to stay. Versago is like, it doesn't seem like that a bad idea, to be honest, for the folks that like to kite the mobs and use AoE to grind XP. I wonder if putting an in-combat move speed modifier in an underused skill somewhere that only increases move speed at low health would be an option.
Well, he cut all the NPC move speeds in half too, right?
Well, hey.
Oh, no, he didn't. So the NPCs can still move fast and kick your ass, but you can't get away.
Run.
Yeah.
The mobs still run.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't see any problem with that.
Yeah, Chris is like, yeah, I don't foresee any problems with PvP players already abusing barding while invisible, body slamming archers into oblivion. The only reason archers have advantage in PvP is bandit gear. How many systems are you going to balance before you look at what bandit gear does? Underlying mechanics.
Yeah. Manuel.
Cora said, so what is the current combat mode speed reduction then? I was under the impression it was already half. Henry Tarling's like, really can't see why this is needed at all, but we'll try and see it. I guess if a few people rage quit over this, they will do it 50% slower than before. Manuel, I don't know who you're listening to before doing these changes, but I believe it's time to listen to somebody else.
Yeah, for a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, not the 40 people you poll on Twitter speaking for the whole community.
Yeah. Go out and do some combat. Play the game. Then make adjustments and realize that the problem realistically is the core game mechanics, not something that can be fixed by adjusting movement speed. This is why we don't believe you when you say, I don't actually hate archers. Not a fan of this one. And sigh 18 hours ago.
And I don't
Some
know.
of
I
these
don't
tweets are
know
extremely
why.
out of order.
Yeah. Again, your
Because
the way you're reading them was not in the same order that I see them because I don't know, Twitter,
yeah,
whatever it does.
Twitter's displaying stuff because the tweet from Chris 5 minutes ago, this turned oddly toxic and unrelated to the change made. Meanwhile, the people who actually tried it said the change seemed good.
Yeah, but the two people
Did,
who
did that
actually
look
tried
like
it?
it was oddly toxic?
No, it looked like it was what's intentionally toxic, not oddly.
Well,
Yes.
it's a disagreement. It's not like toxic behavior would be, oh my God, this is the end of the world. This is the worst change ever. So I don't
Well,
see that
see,
toxicity there. I see
it,
people saying, yeah, no, this is not the way to do these.
irregardless to however it seems, it's going to put a lot of people off. First off, and second off, regardless of how toxic or not, it won't change his opinion if he thinks it's right because it never does. He goes with whatever it is that he feels is right, and
I'll be right back. I need to run to the door.
Yes, run to the door. Yes, please, Twitter, give us chronological order. Yeah, it's one of them things. And Akonda's thinking that he was on QA last night in his slow laptop, and it seemed fine to me, but you were probably already slow on the laptop, so you're used to running slow. Again, I got to agree with Jack on the fact that speed is not the problem. I'm going to jump right over here.
The game mechanics are the problem right there. The core combat mechanics are what really needs to be addressed, because if we look at the amount of time that we've rebalanced every single combat thing, we have to come to some sort of conclusion that Shroud math can be Shroud math all day long, but it's not going to be able to fix a problem with the mechanics. And if this is what I think it is, this is going to be fucking hilarious.
I was going to say, are you unboxing this because it's something you need to show the audience? Is that why you're in such a rush?
If it is what I think it is going to be fucking hilarious.
A new costume for Jack?
No, it's even worse than that.
Yeah, you think, Candace, maybe Collision on Mobs would accomplish the same intent? Ooh, what concept? I don't know. I don't know who has ever said that in the last 6+ years. Yeah, raise your hand over there. Yeah, is somebody's been saying this for a long time, and I've been agreeing with it. In combat, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, in combat, collision should be on for everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it what you were expecting?
This is fucking straight up hilarious. In this package. Okay, you ready for this?
We're looking. Yeah, you're too small to actually, yeah. Oh. He's getting his Dr. Pepper delivered. Amazon Diet Dr. Pepper.
No, that's not Amazon, dude.
Oh, is that your local store?
No. That is here's the message that came with it.
Oh, okay. Enjoy. Love you. Somebody. Is that one of your loyal fans sending you Diet Dr. Pepper?
No, it was actually my sister-in-law.
Okay.
So going back to the Tweeterverse, so that was tweeted out 22 hours ago, and then I have to go because Chris followed that up 9 minutes ago, 7 minutes ago.
Yeah, hold on. Let's go 21 hours ago.
21 hours ago. I'm aware that there was a flat decrease in speed during combat previously. Please, I know this speed change sounds scary, but give it a try first, please.
Yeah, I got to do
18 hours,
it.
18 hours ago, new QA build is live with all the stuff mentioned in tweets today and some other changes.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
So all the tweets today were one speed change. So is that what we're testing? Although I'm gonna laugh. Yeah, I know it gets funnier. I know. So let's get there.
2 hours ago, to celebrate St. Patrick's Day and my amazing daughter's birthday,
And
I turned on
NBNN's
crown
birthday
sales through the weekend. Special St. Patty's Day patch coming up shortly that you will either love or hate.
Hated it.
Either way, we'll just leave it on for a few days and enjoy. Then after that, 10 minutes ago.
I got 14 minutes ago. Okay.
Oh, wait. Here, let me refresh it. Well, the 14 minutes ago was this is oddly toxic.
Yes.
Now it's 11 minutes ago. If you have tested the combat movement speed on QA, please let me know what you think. Please try it before commenting. Several who already tried it said they could barely notice a difference, but I'd like to hear more thoughts. So 50% yields a barely noticeable speed reduction.
Shroud math? I mean, yeah.
I think maybe a decimal point might have been missed. If he was going for 50%, he may have just done 5%.
Possibly.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah. Okay. And there's dun, 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 dun. Let's see.
9 minutes ago.
9 minutes ago. Heads up to please don't troll post here. Not a fan of blocking people here, but this is supposed to be a dialogue and a way of promoting the game, and won't tolerate toxic posts. Please, thanks, K. Bye.
How about you use the official forums, because the Tweeterverse is not for serious stuff, because you are going to get toxic. That's what Twitter is all about. Second off, Twitter will just randomly banish you into the netherworld if they don't like what you got to say. And the only reason why I'm on Twitter is so that I can make announcements and stuff like that. That is all. I don't put anything else out there. Yeah, well, that's what you got your OnlyFans for too. But,
absolutely.
And your other stuff. But
wait, hold on. I need to go check my OnlyFans. I want to see how many people are following me now.
Yes. But if you don't want toxicity, get the hell off Twitter, because, stay off social media, even better. My suggestion has been, and I believe Jack agrees with this, is that official communication should be on the official forums. Where your website is located is where your fans and your base and your new players are all going to go look for Shroud of the Avatar content. They don't know that Catnip Games, somewhere in the Twitterverse, is actually the Shroud of the Avatar's new account. And as you can see by the number of followers, there are literally thousands of followers to Shroud of the Avatar account, but not quite so on the Catnip Games account.
872 versus...
and it's really bad when NBNN has more followers than the actual official developer does. Yeah. So just saying.
So
but
6 times as many followers for @Shroud of the Avatar.
Yes.
6
times. Which, again, if you're going to use it, use an account, use the official Shroud of the Avatar account. But, I don't run the company. All we can do is give our critiques on it and our thoughts, and hope that maybe we get heard because, I don't know. We've only been here 6 years plus doing this 5 days a week. So I think we know just a little bit about the game. We're original investors and backers of the game. We've been here since pretty much day one, and we've followed the train wreck, and we've become part of the train wreck through this ride. And believe me, we're enjoying every minute of it here on our 6th birthday. So love you guys.
Well,
Love
not
you
every
gals.
minute. Many of the minutes we've
Well,
enjoyed.
well, yes, many of
Many,
them.
like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah,
The rest of them.
like the minute I read that he cut Speed in half, I had a face palm. I did not enjoy that minute. Absolutely not. Now, full disclosure, I haven't been on QA to test it out because
Nope.
you know what? Again, go test things out. I don't know if that trolling joke is from you asking the testing directives or us poking fun at the PvPer status, or just that he dislikes the feedback he's getting from the audience that he's asked feedback from. And
Yes.
I'm sorry, but if you're going to ask for the feedback, you got to take the good with the bad, whether you like it or not. Otherwise, STFU, don't ask. Very simple. If you're not willing to listen to it, you don't want to ask it. Enough said. Okay. So with that said and added away, just test it on the desktop. Okay, let's see what Econdas has got to say.
But I have skills and such to increase movement speed, which is probably helping me not feel it as much.
Well, that was gonna be my next my next kicker was let's bring up the skill tree. Let's go to light armor. And let's look at those skills like swiftness that gives me 13.5% move rate at the current level of 101 that I'm at, and 13.5% attack speed. Again, I've GM this skill so I can get a speed advantage. So basically, you've just taken this speed and said, screw you guys. That means nothing.
We're going home.
That means nothing. Acrobatics doesn't really have that effect, but again, swiftness is, for combat. It's there. So now my Grandmaster Plus in swiftness is garbage.
Yep.
Do I still get that 13.5? No, because you've just cut that in half. So now I'm getting 7.25. Is that right, math? Something like that?
Something
like that. Shroud math. Absolutely. Acrobatics has nothing to do with move speed. Armor, movement effects, and combat damage modifier. Nothing to say move speed in that. It increases dodge and move and sprint, but it has nothing to do with combat. So, what is armor movement? Well, that's how fast you can move with your armor is what I assume armor movement is. Attack speed, armor movement effects. Again, the wording could be a little better there. You would think that was movement speed, but movement speed is definitely under swiftness. Move rate and attack speed. Those both have the requirements of movement. I know, Econdas. I know. Trust me. Bubbles 4. I haven't tried it, so I have no room to talk yet. But there are several players testing it in high-end players. Let's say with the 120, 140 dash buff.
In order to test it, you really have to test it at level 5 character because that's where you start. Then you need to test it at level 80, then at a level 100, then 120, 140.
Is that possible?
Is that possible on QA? You can always start a new brand new character.
Just
then take
that one in there.
10 million XP, put it into one skill if you can find someone to train off of. And then from there, actually go through and do some testing of what's going on. But it would be easier if we could actually do those kinds of tests. So that way we can see it's
What the
like
exact
low
difference
level
is.
players
Yes.
are going to be absolutely destroyed by this change, whereas high level players have enough buffs and other mitigating um, factors to not really notice a substantial change. But low level players may be extremely impacted.
Right.
Well,
Now I'm
and
going back to Bubbles here. Bubbles,
Economist,
I don't know anybody who actually uses dash or anything while they're in combat. Does anybody out there, let me see a show
um,
of hands, yay or nay,
so,
using dash
um,
or sprint in combat? I didn't know you could use those on your combat bar. I thought those were
I
non-combat.
I have seen some people do that, but that has been a very long time.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
if I'm in a dungeon, first off, the confinement of the dungeon really restricts the use of anything like that. My 2 cents, but yeah, again, I put it into skills that give me that buff. Again, haven't tried it, so I'm just discussing the merits of this
yeah.
case. Um,
Um, but yeah, you definitely have to test out kiting for that at low level as well as mid level and high level. And for high level, I'm just referring to anything over level 101
absolutely, because it's very easy
because
to achieve.
I can solo the NV Angel.
Mhm.
Don't know if Laz can yet, but I can.
Yeah, I haven't tried. To tell you the truth. A lot of things I haven't tried because they just don't interest me at this point. And again, I'll go back to what you said earlier. Fix the basics. When I go to target the Envy Angel and one of her minions runs in front of me, and I target the minion when I was this close to killing the Envy Angel, and I start attacking something else, it pisses me off. Okay, and it's still a problem. Again, that and the facing your target problem. If I am facing my target, I should hit it. It should have absolutely zero, the big donut effect on my camera view. My camera view should have no effect on my facing of my enemy, period. And those two things alone are enough to turn me off the combat, let alone the deck system. And if we get to our originally planned scheduled show today, which we may not get to, may have to just jump to that one section. I think we have that tagged and talk about that.
Yeah.
Econdis, I bugged it. He fixed it. He broke it. I bugged it. He fixed it. He broke it and left it that way because whatever. And he would not converse with me after that, even though I kept complaining. And this is back 4 or 5 years ago. Easy. I
Yep.
sent in videos. I showed him what the problem was. He says, well, you got to be facing. And I says, well, if you look at the video, my character is facing. Okay, if I'm in a dungeon, sometimes the view of this, but you're back to a wall.
You get pinned up against a wall
Yeah.
and you can't see shit. Yeah.
And you can't see nothing, so I want to swing it around the other way. I'm still facing my attacker. Shouldn't have anything to do with my camera. Sorry. Yes. It's very limiting. It's very annoying because sometimes I want to swing around and look at what I'm going to shoot for my next target, and all of a sudden I'm dead because I stopped attacking the enemy that I'm facing. I'm sorry, it's annoying as fuck, and that's just the way it is, for me. I know there are many other people out there who, as I see, a couple people agree with that, but it is what it is.
It's something, man.
You tested it and it seemed okay. Okay, why don't you run down to where the zombie room is and see if you can outrun those zombies in combat. Let me know what you find out. Come back and talk to me after that. Come back and talk to me after that. Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. Let's get to because this is some interesting and fun stuff. As I said yesterday, you got 18 fans? What is that?
That's my OnlyFans.
Oh, your OnlyFans. Okay.
My OnlyFans has 18 fans, which is hilarious.
Let's
I
go.
will let you know that there are some things that you will not see on my OnlyFans. You will never
I
see my
bet.
dick.
In Tartarus? Yeah, in Tartarus.
Yeah.
Not when they move fast. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. See,
Go to Tartarus.
I just give you that one example. Come back and talk to me after you've tested that down in Tartarus. That's all I'm going to say. Let me know what your results are. Because
Okay.
I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to be honest with you all up front. But we were talking about this guy who did this review yesterday, and I said we were going to go a little bit more in depth, and I did go through it, cherry pick a couple of things, and we're not going to have time to get to them all. So let's jump right to the one that was combat. And let me see which number this was. 1, 2, 3.
What was it?
I have them in order, so I got to go to the 4th tab there, which should be combat.
1, 2, 3, 4. Which is 11 minutes in.
11 minutes 20 seconds,
Yep.
and there'll be an ad right off the top. So
Okay.
it's because
let's click. I've got AdBlock Plus installed, so I don't have an ad. Are you ready to click start?
Don't I have
in
ad
3?
block? Hold on, I can do that real quick, I guess. I guess I could. I thought I still had it on the. AdBlock Plus for Chrome. Click. Yeah, I've got it. This item has been enabled. This item. Okay. I guess I had disabled it for whatever reason.
I don't know.
Okay.
But we're clicking start.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3. What did I say? 4.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Play.
Based on what skills you choose to train, which then leads to even
Still click the ad.
even more depth in combat with the deck combat system. The deck combat system, or whatever you want to call it, is a more in-depth combat mode that you can switch to and use at any time. So it's not something that the game forces on you. You can completely ignore it if you don't want to use it. Anyways, it works sort of like a dual specking mechanic from other MMORPGs where you can switch builds on the fly. But this system actually affects how you interact with combat. You see, each spell and ability you learn can be slotted into a certain build you have. For instance, I have a build called Water Tank. In the menu here, I can assign a set equipment to switch to when I switch to this build, so I don't have to fumble through my menu trying to find everything. It also sets what spells I will have access to in my action bar, as well as rolling spells that change out automatically as time passes. See, as I go into combat, the spells will slide up into position, meaning that skill is available to use. As I cast and use abilities during combat, they will change out to different ones I allot into the slots, constantly changing how I approach combat situations. I can even stack spells that duplicate to increase damage and effects when doing so, rewarding me for quick action. I really like this combat mode, and I'm surprised it's not talked about more in the reviews for this game, since it really does put a nice little spin on tab target combat. Oh, and one last thing, there is also a combo mechanic within this combat mode, allowing you to mix two different abilities into one. For example, there is a spell called Soothing Rain, which is a heal over time spell. Well, you can mix that spell with another spell called Banish Undead. If you mix those two spells together, you create Cleansing Rain, which heals you over time, but also damages any undead enemies within your area. A neat extra feature within the Shroud's advanced combat system. But enough about all of that for now. Finally, once all the skills and experience and all of that.
So, again, he's a new player, doesn't know quite as much about the combat system because the way it looks like he set up his deck was half rolling, half not, half locked, half unlocked, which he doesn't mention whatsoever.
He also doesn't mention charging versus stacking.
Yes. And again, um, he seems to like it, like other, first off, what the combat system, first off, you can ignore it if you don't want to use it, was just totally, how do you ignore it? When you go into combat, it shows up. If you have
Well,
nothing there, I guess you
if you
could
don't have
ignore it.
anything there, you just like use your straight up melee attack.
I guess
And
you
no skill.
could ignore it, but it would just get really, really, really annoying seeing those, what do they call the placeholders? Popping up over and over and over if you had nothing in there. Candace, but you aren't supposed to be able to outrun those speed zombies. See, no. Tartarus was actually designed so that you kite them and you put them in an AoE. That's exactly how that level was designed to be fought. So I give you a big fail and no on that one. It was designed to be that way. The only way to kill them would be AoE them and to run in circles and to kite them. That was by design, working as intended. So I've got to argue that one. If anybody has any other thoughts on that, please feel free to enlighten me. But Tartarus, Zombie Room, working as intended. Intended for you to go down there and kite them because it's the only way to kill them. Simple.
Got something. Hold on, I have to.
Serenia, again, possibly. He doesn't allude to the fact that he's using defensive buffs on one side of his, but an offensive on the other side. He doesn't make any comment to that. And again, he's a new player. He's got quite a few interesting observations about the game. And let's go jump back now. Now that we've got this one out of the way, and we're gonna go. Let me see which one we're gonna go to next. Let's start off with the very first one, Intro to Soda. How about that? We'll go to the very first.
Okay. So first one's up. We're ready to click start in 3, 2, 1. Start.
RPG. The subject of today's video, Shroud of the Avatar, Forsaken Virtues. Shroud of the Avatar began as more or less Ultima Online 2. Eventually the game launched a Kickstarter campaign in 2013, with an early access version hitting Steam in 2014. The game fully released in 2018, and boy oh boy has the game had a ton of ups and downs. I won't go into detail about its history, but more or less it's a game that has had issues delivering on several of its promises. Instead, I want to talk about the game itself and how it's played in its current year of production. For starters, the game has been largely dismissed by the MMORPG landscape it set out to become a part of. Whether it was broken promises or just general dislike of where the game was going in its development, much of the crowd that backed the game either left or became bitter at its developers. But what about new players like me, who wasn't there during its initial development phases? Well, looking at Steam charts, the player base isn't the greatest, having peaks of around 100 players or lower currently. There is also barely any YouTube coverage of the game, so it's incredibly hard for those looking for information on it to get any opinions that are recent or even accurate. Well, I've been playing the game for about 2 weeks now, clocking in about 100 hours.
100 hours.
You're a loser!
After experiencing a
Okay. Bridge Troll subs with Prime for 12 months. Thank you, Bridge Troll. Before we get to that, though, comments on what he had to say. Yes, disenfranchised players, all sorts of broken promises, other things that just make things. And this is his just initial observations. Any comments on that one?
I wasn't really paying attention. Looking over here.
Uh-huh. I believe we're going to be going for the Raging Pin.
Oh.
Is that correct, Bridge Troll? Pin you? Pin's fine. All right.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find something. before I launch this thingy.
Exclamation play. Get in on the action. Exclamation. I love free shit.
Who doesn't have marbles launched?
Uh huh. Cynicist don't.
Don't know what you're talking about.
And he hits the nail on the head that and again we spoke about this yesterday that a lot of early players were disenfranchised. A lot of early players have left because the development hasn't gone in the direction that
Well,
we were
so
promised. We thought it was going to go in, and some people just didn't want to stick around for those changes. We are not those kind of people. We're here for the long haul. We want to see what the end result is, and of course,
if
we
you really
paid
start
for all 5 episodes. So
if you actually start looking at like those numbers, you end up with what they're like way before release. There were what 70,000 registered accounts.
200 plus thousand registered accounts on the game server's official page.
Maybe that was 60,000 accounts that had contributed money. I don't know exactly what that number is. Versus the number of active players, you end up with some real Shroud math there.
Well, again, 60,000 active because that 200,000 attributes to people like you and I who have upwards of 8, 9, 10 accounts each. So, between Jack and I, we've probably got 20 plus accounts towards that number. So, yeah.
Yeah. But we're clicking start in 3, 2, 1, start.
Don't forget, get in on the action. Exclamation, I love free shit. I'll be doing a giveaway right after this race. Thank you, Bridge Troll, for your support. Now, this guy, he's got some good points, and I suggest that you go out and check out his review. There is a whole topic of conversation here, and I'm going to quote Chris and also that Sean guy as I copy this and throw this over here for you guys and gals who want to see the topic. Oops. That was not what it was supposed to copy.
Oh.
Let's try that again. Yeah, that was a... why didn't it let me put that in there? Can you copy and paste that link?
Can't. Which one?
Let me put it down here. Maybe I can copy and paste it again. There we go. I can get it from here now, probably.
Yeah, but like the problem with it is like feature creep was extreme. Even something as simple as choosing the game engine, because that was Chris's decision.
Well, let me paste it there. Let me try here.
Created all kinds of problems. So early on, they did a bunch of things.
If you can copy and paste that, please do so. It's not letting me do it over there.
A reasonable review, and I'm pasting it into what, chat?
Yeah, both of our chats. As we're headed down the track. Now, a reasonable review. Bridge Troll ejected. Peg Pets ejected.
Yet, but Condis is
Stage Rise ejected. Reasonable review was what Chris had to say about it, as well as the poster that Sean guy used those words from Chris's comment. So Chris believes that this is a reasonable review. Botox ejected.
Oh, Condis fell out of the map.
I was ejected.
Mom was ejected. Laz was bounced back, but stayed on the track.
Mom ejected.
And Laz is going down to the pin.
Laz is going down.
Laz is going down. Mika ejected. Only 3 people left. Myself, Laz, and Serenia.
You've got 5. But we're still early as we're getting to the pin. Irish Eyes. Serenia and Econdis are all at the pin.
You
Irish
are
Eyes popped up. Synesis
you are popped
ejected.
up, and I got a work call.
Irish Eyes looks like she's going to go ahead and take the win. And congratulations, Irish. As we got everybody else coming on in, let's get Irish Eyes some scrolls. Eyes. That's right. And she is a winner. Let me hate when that happens.
And last was victorious on my side, and my earbuds out because I'm using the work one.
You should have both in. Both. But she usually does. Congratulations on the win, Irish Eyes. And make sure you're raffled up. I'm going to give everybody just a couple more seconds just to make sure you're all in as we get ready to give away a mystery game key right here on stream. And there it is, Irish Eyes, the official winner. New track record as well. Congratulations, Irish. Making a new track record, 2 minutes, 0.078 seconds. Congratulations to you. Quick run down the track. All right, we're going to go close the giveaway, pick ourselves a winner. And that winner is that fucker, Sean. Sean Paxlayer, congratulations to you. Let's see what he's got himself a copy of. He's got himself a copy of Two Worlds Epic Edition. Two Worlds Epic Edition on Steam. And we'll get that right off to you. And that's $9.99 on Steam. $10 game going out to Sean Paxlayer. Congratulations, buddy. Another one coming your way. And there you go. Oops, don't want to delete that. Just got to delete the Steam logo part. There we go. And enjoy that. Oh, yeah, I got to remember that Thorax. I'll open this up. Thorax came to me yesterday. If you guys don't know who Thorax is, he's a player who also runs the Shroud of the Avatar event calendar, which you'll find also located. Let me get out here while Jack's on his call. You got NBNN.info, click on the calendars button. You'll see the regular NBNN calendar, then Thorax event calendar, trying to get all these soda events that he can find into one calendar for all you folks out there. But he does have an event coming up, and you'll see that he's got all sorts of events populated here, color categorized by whether it's an event, a fishing contest, radio event, role-playing event, soda official events, etc. And good source of information out there in the community. But he wants everybody to know that he's got an event coming up out at Iron Hall this weekend. They're doing the first official horse racing event, March 20th, coming up this weekend. I believe it's on Saturday. Let me just verify that for everybody. Yes, this Saturday. And it's his first monthly horse ratings. Betting will be officiated by Steward of Iron Hall, Rand Althor. Hey, I know that name. On the day of the event. And they also have a fishing contest, which is going to be happening out there. Again, you can get more information on this on the forums. And go visit Iron Hall in Norgard, sorry. And go check it out. If you want to get in on the action, you think you got a horsey that's ready to win. go get in on the horse races out there. And what do we got going on? Rich Troll says he will be mentoring at Iron Hall on Friday. Very cool. And don't forget, Bridge Troll does mentoring all over the world, all days of the week. If you want, just go look him up, friend him, teleport to him. He usually has a party open. Is that right? The people can just join the party and come on in? Is that correct? And he says, yeah, but I'm patching right now. That's okay. And Bridge Troll says, Justin rules. That's right, she does. But where did she come from? Did she do something that and what is this? We got green water. Did they actually do the green water? I'll have to look. Yeah. I don't know.
That's what it was. I didn't know if Justin did it in Wolves Den or if it was everywhere, because she likes to place random deco and see if I find it.
Ah, okay. As I was looking for the comment that said something about that effect, but for some reason I just can't see it here. I don't know why. Find what deco I put in. Okay, I see. There we go. And Adoris are green too. Interesting. So I know that was a topic that was asked about. I know that most of the dev team was against it, but apparently they were overruled. Again, because our comments and concerns are negligible. Yeah. Is being able to stack or drink emote that much? I don't know. Let's take a look at this. I'm trying to see this picture here. Is that one emote? Again, can't really see. Intoxication levels. Okay. Looks like the same. No, they're all different times, aren't they? So 10 stack of ale. I don't know. That should make you awfully handy in combat if yeah, well, you can turn that off. You know that, don't you? You can turn that setting off and go, no setting. Yeah, I was standing around town one day after I got a new artifact. I forget what the name of it is, but it gives you the drunk effect. And I was wondering why my town was wobbling so ever so slowly, like I was on the water, but I wasn't on the water. Yeah. Why? Because some people have motion sickness. It fucks with a lot of people's heads, gives them all sorts of imbalance issues. I happen to be one of those people who it affects quite uneasily. That effect is just, there's no need for it. And especially when there's no need for it, yeah, here's where there's no need for it. When I just want to sit here and do a slash drink and just drink something, and all of a sudden they want to kick that effect in on me. I didn't drink beer or ale. I just had a drink, and here it is. That slow moving effect, okay? Now, again, I don't use it much, and this one ain't as bad as the other ones are. And if this went on while you're wearing the whole thing, after several minutes, this would really start to fuck with my head. For the couple seconds that this happens here, not quite so much, but I shouldn't be getting drunk just by doing the drink emote. I should have to imbibe some ale, some liquor, or some wine in order for that to happen. If I'm just having a drink out of a glass, how do you know it's not coffee, tea, water, milk, any of the other various drinkables? The emote should not have the drunk effect on it. Sorry, my 2 cents. That's just the way it is. But anyway, Let's get back over to. Actually, we don't have time to get back over there. We'll probably pick up on more of this tomorrow while Jack's on his phone call. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, Serena is, I'm out at a tea party and I do slash drink and everybody does slash drink and all of a sudden everybody's drunk drinking tea. You know, now I can understand if, you know, we had some of those psychotic mushrooms in the tea. That would be something else if they would allow you to do something like that. But, you know, this family friendly game that, you know, is mostly old farts who play the game. I just don't get why we pander to kiddies who don't play the game. Let's make this, you know, what it is. It's an adult game for adults, and I'll get to that. There's more in the review, and this guy really hits it on the head when it comes to the crown shop, and we'll get to that stuff tomorrow, and more, of course. But meanwhile, we've got to start wrapping things up. Yeah, well, I'll just put it this way, and I've been a staunch supporter since day one. I'm still a staunch supporter. And my comments to people who say, well, you know, the player base is, you know, lacking. Well, the player base is pretty damn good. And concurrently, let's see, I'll just, again, I love to do this here in the game. I like to bring up my friends list, expand it all the way out. That's approximately 50 players, top to bottom. And right now I've got just under 100 players on my friends list online. Now, if you go look at the Steam charts will probably tell you that there's barely 100 players online, but these are just my friends. Again, and it might not even be that. It'd probably be a whole lot less, but
Talking about Laz?
huh?
What are you talking about?
The player base.
The fact that we know the Steam chart is 1/3 to 1/5, which is a huge range.
Yeah, I would say more like 1/5, but that's, you know, that's just me. But anyway, we'll get to more of that stuff tomorrow when we go a little bit more in depth on that new player's review, because he hits the nail on the head. And again, as the topic says, a reasonable review. So again, these are not going to be our words; these are just the words of a reasonable reviewer, and he tells it like it is for a new player. So we'll get to that and more tomorrow. But meanwhile, I'm going to tell you quickly about that NBNN Shroud Avatar calendar that we showed you just a few minutes ago while talking about Thoric's event coming up on Saturday. We'll tell you more about that in the next day or two as well, just to give you all reminders. And of course, don't forget you're tuned in to lunch with Laz and Jack right here on our 6th birthday. That's right. We were born back in 2015. This was the day that the concept came into reality. I decided that the New Britannia News Network was going to be what we did, what I was going to do. Jack just stumbled in on this one day, and as the house guest that I can't get to leave. You know, he became part of the show.
Wait. Let's go through all those comments. Who's the funny one?
I don't know. You're funny looking. That's for sure.
Who's the funny looking one?
Yeah.
Both of
Bridge
us.
Troll says me. But
Bridge Troll.
I tell you what, it was all organic the way it happened, and it's been just a long, strange, fun trip, and I couldn't have done it without Jack. At least I don't think I'd have been here this long if Jack hadn't decided to quit his day job and join me here every day, because he was tired of putting up with that BS anyway. I don't blame him, but you know, and now Jack's got a job that he can do while he's on stream, so we got to love that shit as well. Yeah.
Well, the good thing is that I muted myself. Otherwise, you would have had to kick me out of Discord.
Yeah, and
really, I do have 2 different sets of Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah. And of course, he makes a whole hell of a lot more now than he ever did on that old job. That's for sure. So, yeah,
I'm not going to complain about my paycheck, other than
that,
the amount of work hours that I work.
yeah. Well, hours
Well,
commensurate with
so
salary. Absolutely.
I really wouldn't say that 1/5